Student loan debt. It's something I'm still dealing with now, like a lot of you. But if you've read any of the headlines, hey, the president might choose to move forward for giving maybe $10,000 per borrower. Let's talk about what that could mean for you and my plans until we know more.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ back. Another video on Talks with TJ, and we're talking student loan debt. So this doesn't need to be long and drawn out like repayment has been for a lot of people. So that was part of the platform he ran on, absolutely, towards his presidency to forgive student loan debt for a number of borrowers. We're talking millions of borrowers, and this could open up just a lot of funds that can be used towards, listen, a lot of things that people have put off, even though they may not be some of my goals. Listen, if people are saving towards a home, to have children, just a number of things to move, having those funds accessible to themselves versus paying on their student debt, that could be a reality. And let's also keep in mind, when it comes to people having paid on their student debt, a lot of times you've more than 2 or quite possibly 3 times paid back what you originally borrowed. Interest is just hell, and it can keep you trapped forever, or at least it seems like it's forever. 20 to 30 years, some people are still paying on their debt. Listen, that's a long time. $10,000, that's on the table to quite possibly be forgiven. Now, just full disclosure, that helps take care of me now. My plans, if this, were to happen, that order still has to be signed. I need to see it as like breaking news. Otherwise, I'm just not believing it's happening. Okay, I need to see breaking news. But if it happens, here is something to keep in mind. You could very well be hit with a 1099 at the end of the year or come tax time, which means you would still owe taxes on that amount forgiven. I don't know that you would necessarily be issued a 1099, but just be aware that could happen. So what's the game plan if that's the case? Well, I would say plan to set aside money every single month to go towards taxes. So let's just say, again, if you have $10,000 forgiven, depending on what your tax bracket, I would say, listen, maybe be safe, put aside, think about having 20% set aside for that. So take that amount, divide it by, let's just say, 6 months, June, maybe until end of December, or even extending into April. So the actual tax deadline for 2022, but would occur April of 2023. That's not a bad thing to do, just to plan ahead. That is something I would absolutely do if they said, hey, we're forgiving this amount. I'm planning ahead just in case I get a 1099 and Uncle Sam wants his money back. Well, he at least wants his taxes back. So, hey, that would be my plan. Now, if they, again, they're still working towards if this will happen. So my plan moving forward, okay? I still had intentions of course, paying on all of that student debt. So for May, at least May, June, July, probably August, it would depend on when we would actually write here on the news of what they will forgive or maybe they won't forgive. I'm actually just going to hold on to that money. Instead of submitting those payments, as you guys have seen me do for like 2 years now, I would instead just hold on to that money and just place it aside and let it sit there. Because in the event they don't forgive any amount of money towards student loan debt and come August 31st, they're like, hey, payments are truly going to kick back in for September 1st. I would just then make a lump sum payment towards a loan. And funny enough, that would probably pay off close to another loan. So I would have like close to only 2 left, but that's my intention. So not actually make those payments May, June, July, or August. Not like it's hurting me. There's no interest that's accruing on them because I have federal student loans. So put that money aside, wait and see what's happening. And the reason I'm choosing to wait and see right now, because the headlines are constantly coming out that, hey, he could forgive it. Hey, he's in discussions. Hey, it's on his mind. All right, well, let's put your money where your mouth is first off, and let's see if this is going to happen, because I could do so many other things with that money, like, hey, travel, invest, treat myself. Those are, just a few things on my mind. But those are just my thoughts, okay, on the recent news of, hey, it's truly being considered. I don't see $50K happening in terms of forgiveness, but 10K could certainly, it could be a reality, and that would help a lot of people. I know some may think, oh, 10K does nothing. 10K actually frees up quite a few borrowers, at least millennials that are near the tail end. And listen, just a few months could make a world of difference towards what you're able to do. So let's not negate that, but I would say plan ahead for taxes just in case it is forgiven. And then just keep your eyes and ears open to all of the headlines regarding student loan debt if you have student loan debt. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.